and the pricing difference between a plane ticket during spring break compared to other days. Murrow News 8 starts now.
From the Northwest Public Broadcasting Studios on the campus of Washington State University, this is Murrow News 8.
Hello, I'm Jose.
And I'm Sedona Turner. Welcome to Murrow News 8.
Heartbreak last night as the Huskies defeated the Cougs in what is the final Apple Cup meeting as members of the Pac-12. The loss, combined with Arizona's win at UCLA, spoiled the Cougs' chances for the Pac-12 regular season crown. WSU will have a first-round bye and play in the quarterfinals of the Pac-12 tournament on Thursday as the number 2 seed.
With the Cougs games gaining attraction among fans, I went out and learned more about the fans at the games. That is the sound of thousands of Cougar fans in Beasley Coliseum. I'm currently standing outside of Beasley Coliseum where the WSU men's basketball team has taken the nation by storm. And with that comes even more fans. The past 2 games that the Cougars have played at home, there's been over 8,000 spectators in the stands.
I've been to the past 2 basketball games and they've all been so much fun with all the people in the stands.
I talked to Bill Stevens, the athletic director for Cougar men's basketball, and he said that the results that the boys have given this season has definitely had an effect on more fans coming and watching the games. He also stated to me that the team has been doing giveaways all season to try and have fans come out and come to the games, and he thinks that is also a big reason why there's been more attendance this year. Bill also said that the students have been providing a difficult environment for the visiting teams to come into, and that has been a huge help to this Cougar basketball team. I'm Sedona Turner, Murrow News 8. The price of flying out of Pullman today and tomorrow is from $450 to $500. Normally, flights out of Pullman are around $250 for flights for spring break out of Pullman are mostly going to Seattle. This is because most connecting flights that people are catching are out of Seattle.
Greek Row is still on a temporary shutdown.
Really makes you think.
We reached out to the police station and they did not provide us with any new updates on the situation. However, we went out and got student reaction on how they feel about the ongoing issue.
Think of what has to happen for things to change, because obviously people getting in the hospital in record numbers every weekend is not.
I think that people really enjoy those, and if hospital visits are what's going to shut them down, people will just take care of themselves other places. It won't actually help like the situation. They just won't send people to the hospital. Instead, they'll say, we can take care of them here, which is not a good thing because people need hospital care.
I think it's a really good call for the safety of our community. Obviously everyone's safety comes first, and so until we figure out a way to like make Greek life as safe as possible, you know, what's 1 week being shut down so we could save Greek life for like the next 10 years instead of having an ongoing problem.
Our reporter Madeline Mullins went out and learned more about the faculty letter that was sent out, as well as speaking with one of the people who wrote it.
Washington State University is working to regain the trust of its faculty after a group of 207 faculty members published a press release calling for the removal of the administration at WSU. The group highlighted issues like enrollment, funding, a loss of direction, and a lack in communication. Dr. Michael Griswold is one of the faculty members who signed this release.
But the types of problems we have and the mixture of problems are really unique to WSU.
Phil Weiler, a spokesperson for WSU, says that there is more agreement than disagreement.
Where the real friction is there's a difference in opinion on what the strategy should be on how to address those problems.
The friction also comes from the miscommunication and discrepancy in data and information between the two groups. A press release put out by WSU faculty, they noted that WSU has gone down in the rankings by 38 points, but WSU believes that we have gone up by 38. Similarly, the faculty believe that WSU is down on enrollment, But WSU says that we are up by 6.5% for first-year students. Phil Weiler says the miscommunication has come from not using the proper channels to communicate.
And the Faculty Senate is the place where debate and discussion should take place about what's the appropriate strategy to address a particular problem.
Dr. Griswold feels differently.
They're not listening, so it's very much autocratic at the moment, and they need to be much more seeking information from the people they're trying to serve.
What both parties can agree on is a successful future for WSU.
We all love this place, and we care a great deal about its future.
Phil Weiler says, moving forward, the administration aims to regain the trust of the faculty, and increased communication is the way to do it. With Murrow News 8, I'm Madeline Mullins.
According to newly released court documents, Brian Koberger's defense attorneys are appealing a recent decision by Latah County District Court Judge John Judge. The defense team is asking for the Idaho Supreme Court to review the decision that denied the dismissal of Koberger's grand jury indictment. They are arguing that the indictment should be dismissed because of a biased grand jury, inadmissible evidence, and prosecutor misconduct. A trial date has not been set for Koberger, but a hearing is scheduled for April 17th to talk about Koberger's request to move the trial out of Latah County.
WSU professor Guy Palmer was elected to be a part of the 2024 American Academy Microbiology class. Palmer is the current Senior Director of Global Health and Wellness Chair. He is also a current Regents Professor for Pathology and Infectious Diseases.
A second-year University of Washington student shared her personal experience of racism on her Instagram. Isha Hussein said she experienced Islamophobia and threats made by her roommates dating back to September 28, 2023, and is criticizing the university for failure to protect her on multiple occasions and is calling for immediate action. The university spokesperson said the university is committed to providing a safe environment for students and that the housing and food services separated the students within 48 hours of the initial report being made. The university claims the students have been offered support and resources to help move forward.
ASWSU has elected a new president and vice president. Tania Enriquez was elected president and Brian Kim elected for vice president. Along with these elections, a new fee was passed for the Chinook. The mandatory fee will raise the Chinook fee by 5%, going from $98 per semester to $103 per semester. The fee being raised helps the Chinook maintain the hours that they pay their employees, how long the Chinook is open each day, and assists the cover of the $1.92 million annual bond payment.
Spring break starts today. Our reporter Sadie Ryson has more information on what the police are looking for with drivers leaving Pullman.
For WSU students, March is when spring break happens, resulting in thousands of students to travel to different destinations. Some people will fly, but majority of students will drive. Officer Brashear has more on what Pullman Police Department will be looking for during this busy driving season.
When spring break happens, there is, a large flow of traffic that goes from, the WSU campus to other parts of the world, and the majority of that traffic all flows west over State Route 26, going back towards the west side of the state, Seattle and that metropolitan area. Police are looking for during those traffic emphases are speeding vehicles, aggressive drivers, drunk drivers, and cell phone use, things that make the roadways unsafe.
Washington Traffic Safety Commission has a couple of specific things during these high traffic times that they like to do.
When you're driving out of town, you might see signs like this behind me to remind you to slow down.
If you engage in risky behavior, like talking or using your cell phone, like drinking and driving, like speeding, like being overly aggressive, that risky behavior results in a much, much higher risk of injuries, fatalities, and just danger to every driver on the road.
Officer Brashear has one more thing to tell students before leaving for break. And until next time, I'm Sadie Ryson signing off.
I'd like to wish everyone a great spring break. Make good decisions. Go Cougs.
Spokane schools making big decisions on how immigration agents interact with schools. More after the break.
Days, months,
Hey, I'm Jim from across the street.
years,
I'd like to give you this.
a lifetime can rush by without realizing what we're missing. But it doesn't have to be that way. We have a choice to take action. Visit maketheconnection.net to find out more.
Can I tell you a cat joke? Just kidding. Why did the girl ask the mushroom to dance? Because he was a fun guy. What do you call a pig that knows karate? Pork chop. So how does a tissue dance? Put a little boogie on it.
It's that time of year to set your clocks an hour ahead. This Sunday, we will be springing forward an hour. On March 10th, we will go from 2 a.m. to 3 a.m. as soon as it hits 2.
Local governments asked to help pay for a new trail bridge between Pullman and Moscow to replace old span destroyed in arson. Work on the trail detour starts Monday. The work is expected to take about a month. The 14-year-old Moscow boy has been charged with second-degree arson for allegedly starting the fire that destroyed the bridge last August. He appeared in juvenile court yesterday. Spokane Public Schools vote to ban immigration agents from schools' campuses. The vote expanded the existing policy which stated that the work of immigrants agents does not overlap with the duties of the school district. A local nonprofit in Spokane supports and empowers Latinos and immigrants within the Spokane County. They have been heavily involved in the efforts to protect SPS students regardless of immigration status since 2018 when a Border Patrol agent helped out in a classroom at Holmes Elementary. Seth Lustig, who is a Colfax High School senior basketball player, just won the State Athlete of the Week award. The Colfax team has won the state championship, and Lustig led the team with 19 overall points. The Whitman Hospital and Medical Clinic Board's decision to discontinue obstetric services in Colfax stems from the hospital's inability to provide elective abortions. But for now, the decision is on hold. The board has asked the Attorney General's office for a 30-day extension and a path toward regaining compliance. Officials say they haven't heard back yet from Olympia on that request. The next scheduled board meeting is on Wednesday, March 20th. Spring break started early for some Murrow students. After the break, we'll look at exclusive preview from some of those trips.
And what the weather's looking like in popular spring break destinations. More coming up.
Touchdown! Oh, did you see that? Whoa, we scored? Yeah, we scored going to the playoffs. I can't believe I missed that. Every time I'm buzzed, I spend too much time on my phone. What? I should take your phone away. No. I'll call for a ride. Wait, why does my face look like that?
I'm playing with these new face filters.
Okay, you know what? Yep, that's mine.
Kevin, I need that back.
No.
Kevin!
Jordan knows he shouldn't eat this entire bowl of nachos, but tonight he's earned that right because a few hours ago in the middle of happy hour, he recognized a sign. Not from the gods or a bolt of lightning, but from a double heart, a kissy face, and a fourth ha in ha ha ha. That's when Jordan knew he was buzzed. So when it was time to go, he got a ride home instead of driving. Be a legend like Jordan. Recognize your buzzed warning signs and get a ride home. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Yo, Scott.
Hey.
I'm heading out, man. You want to ride?
No, I got my car, but I actually really need to go to the bathroom.
You know what? I was just in there. The line is like 10 people long.
You know, I think I'll just...
Dude, are you okay?
You wouldn't believe what I was just thinking. I am definitely buzzed.
Yeah.
I think I will take this, and I will take that ride home.
Smart man.
Did you see how that dog was looking at me?
What do you think you're doing, Kevin?
Was just gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
Like hearing voices?
Like your text-to-emoji ratio?
Oh man, the selfies.
Selfies.
Nailed it.
We all have warning signs that let us know that we're probably not okay to drive. Mine is pretending to be your subconscious.
Craig, come on man, let's split a ride home.
President Joe Biden delivered a third State of the Union address that could among his most important speeches as he seeks re-election. His list of objectives consisted of talking about his accomplishments in office, a look ahead to a second-term agenda, ally concerns about his age and fitness, and providing a contrast with Republicans, including his rival, Donald Trump. Spring break started yesterday for Murrow students who are on the spring training trip to Arizona. Our reporter Gunnar Miller is in Arizona now with more information.
Yeah, guys, so we made it to spring training about Thursday evening. Today, Friday, we're covering the Angels. Tomorrow, we'll cover the Athletics. Next day, we'll cover the Rockies, and then the Seattle Mariners after that. So we have a busy week ahead of us going into spring break. So I hope to show you guys more content when I get back. And yeah, you guys have a great break. Back to you guys.
Murrow students are headed out to Armenia for a spring break reporting trip. Josie Goodrich has all the information.
Spring break is coming up, and Maggie Tolson has some big things planned for this year's trip.
Yeah, I'm super excited. I was definitely really nervous.
Maggie's trip isn't all just fun and games, though. She's heading international as one of 4 Murrow students as a part of the Backpack Journalism program.
The Backpack Journalism program is a competitive, donor-funded international reporting trip in which 4 of our very best students are selected to go somewhere in the world to report stories under the guidance of a faculty member during spring break.
In years past, the Backpack Journalism program has sent 4 Murrow students to places like Puerto Rico, Serbia, Kenya, and now this year they're heading to Armenia.
So I'm definitely taking the traditional broadcast news approach of making news packages, and my focus is kind of on journalism in Armenia.
Not only is Maggie getting to experience a once-in-a-lifetime international reporting trip, but she's getting to experience it completely paid for by Murrow College donors.
But for me to be able to afford to drop, $5,000 on a trip is just not really feasible for me, especially as a college student. So having programs like this where it's not about, okay, who can afford it, but really just based on desire and not necessarily skill, but that desire and passion to tell stories and to travel and to tell these kinds of stories and put that on your resume is so helpful, because I really wouldn't be able to do this kind of work and have this kind of experience coming straight out of college any other way.
For those of you interested in applying for the Backpack Journalism program in future years, the application is due at the end of September. I'm Josie Goodrich, Murrow, News 8.
Spring break starts today. Can we expect some nice weather this week, Sadie?
Well, it's all gonna depend on where you're at. Today is probably the best day to head out of Pullman because it's gonna be a high of 50 today with a low of 26. If we look at tomorrow's weather, it's unfortunately going to be raining. Even though it's going to be in the high 50s, it's going to drop down to potential snow weather, and here's why. If we look over the state map, this is today's weather, but as you can tell on the west side, it's raining, which is not a good thing because here is the pass. If it's raining over there and it's colder over here, the odds are it's going to snow. Tomorrow it's supposed to snow between 1 to 3 inches. So like I said, I recommend leaving today or heading out tomorrow super early so you make it over the pass before it's dark. Over in Yakima in the Tri-Cities, it is in the 50s, and over in Spokane and Pullman, it is also in the 50s, kind of nicer over here. But we have a fun thing for you. We are going to tell you some weather destinations. If we could just take a quick peek at that. So obviously over in Seattle, this is the average for our spring break. It's going to be in the 50s, not as nice. Over in Florida, it's going to be the nicest place. I don't know why you would be going to Florida because they have that band going on, but it's going to be in the 80s. Right now, we're Gunners at, it's going to be 76 all next week for baseball, and I'm actually going to Vegas, super excited for it. It's going to be in the 70s. You know that song that goes, all I want to do is get a drink in my hand. I will be walking around Vegas with a nice cold glass of water. But have a great spring break. Back to you guys at the desk.
Coming up next, what sports to tune into over spring break.
Dad, they took over my bedroom. Come on, come on. Okay, Dad. 1, 2, 3. You saved me. Dad?
Are you okay?
I'm fine, dear.
Your hero needs you now, and AARP is here to help. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving.
There. Can I tell you a cat joke? Just kidding. Why did the girl ask the mushroom to dance? Because he was a fun guy. What do you call a pig that knows karate? Pork chop. Why was the basketball court all wet? Why? Because the players kept dribbling all over it. Can I tell you another one? So how does a tissue dance? Put a little boogie on it. What's Beethoven's favorite fruit? Banana. What is a boxer's favorite drink? Fruit punch.
Well, last night was senior night for Cougar men's basketball, with Isaac Jones, Andre Yakimovsky, Ben Olsen, and AJ Rahosi being honored. The Cougs fell short to UW in their home Apple Cup game with a score of 68-74. Isaac Jones led the Cougs with 20 points, while normal lead scorer Miles Rice was held to just 8 points, as WSU shot 39% for the game, ultimately leading to the loss in the final Pac-12 conference matchup between these rival teams. The women's basketball team lost their first opening round matchup of the Pac-12 tournament to California on Wednesday with a score of 65-44. Eleonora Villa contributed the team high 17 points, and Bellamur Katete had 8 points. The Lady Cougs will now wait for selection Sunday on March 17th to learn their fate in the 2024 NCAA Women's Basketball Tournament. If you're staying in Pullman for the weekend, you're in luck. Cougars men baseball is hosting another series against Utah starting today through Sunday at Bailey Brayton. Track and field is in Boston today and tomorrow, competing in the NCAA Indoor Track and Field Championships, and Coug tennis is playing at UCLA today and USC tomorrow. Spring break is packed with sports, starting with women's golf on Monday and Tuesday in California and men's golf on Tuesday and Wednesday in Phoenix, Arizona. Our Cougar men's basketball plays their first round in the Pac-12 tournament on Thursday, and if they win, they will continue on, but if they lose, then they are out. Our men's baseball team play at UC Riverside on Wednesday and then a series against UCLA on Friday through Sunday. Coug tennis will play against Utah at home on Friday and against Colorado on Sunday. And finally, our track and field will be in Tucson for the Arizona Spring Break Fiesta, as well as the Sam Adams Classic next Friday.
Coming up after the break, learn about what the national holiday today is.
You're looking at me in the future. Okay. Hi, Isaac.
Hi. Wait a second.
Do you know who I am?
Julia.
This is Jaina. Into the future. I just wanted to talk to you about what happened with those two girls.
Oh, yeah?
Do you remember it was this girl that I was getting bullied by that one day at PE when they were like yelling at me, and then you just linked arms with me? I don't think you know how much like that helped me, because like I finally like knew that I had somebody. Because of you, Isaac, and what you did for me years ago, I grew up to be more independent and love myself and just be a little bit more confident.
Aw, I'm like a little tearing up right now. Just to see her in the future just blossom and look beautiful, and that was really amazing.
What to expect when you're expecting a teenager.
Hey guys, today we're talking about how to wake up your teen, and this works literally every time.
Give kisses. Give kisses. Look. Give kisses. Give kisses. You heard how loud that was.
I know, I heard.
That.
I heard. It wasn't you.
Yeah.
It was the...
Is that bacon?
You don't have to know it all to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
Bacon.
Today is International Women's Day. Who are some women that inspire all of you guys?
For me, I'd have to say my mom. Shout out to my mom. And my sister. They really made me the guy who I am today. And also my Aunt Angie, special shout out to you, who introduced me to my love of MMA. So without her, wouldn't have had that. You?
There you go. I'm going to have to agree. My mom as well, and my grandma, which they always watch. So hi guys, happy International Women's Day to you. They're always, you know, supporting me and pushing me forward and helping me achieve my goals. So couldn't be where I am without them.
Same. Definitely my grandma. She was practically my mom growing up, so love her. My sister too. She's the reason why I have a nephew, so love her.
Yeah, I would also have to say my mom. She has definitely made me the person I am today, and I could not be more thankful for that. And yeah, I'm the only girl in my family besides my mom, so I think that's pretty much it.
A little extra bond. Yeah, my mom and I are actually going to Arizona for spring break together, so that should be a pretty fun mother-daughter trip.
Yeah.
What are you guys doing for spring break?
I'm going to Napa with my mom too, so
awesome.
I'm pretty excited for that.
What was that over there?
Vegas, baby. I'm excited. Oh, ready to see Pac-12 and WCC tournament down there. So hopefully everything goes good. Who knows though? But
Lucky you.
Well, thank you guys so much for watching our show tonight. If you missed any of our previous shows, you can watch them here on our YouTube channel.
Have a great spring break. We'll see you next week.